we have been learning about multiplying and dividing by
3s and 4s.
3s and 4s. So these are the standards that we're working on today. It says, I can use what I know about multiplication and division to solve word problems. I can multiply and divide within 100 easily and quickly because I know how multiplication and division are related. I can use addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division to solve all kinds of word problems and then use mental math to decide if the answers are reasonable. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start off with our moving with multiples. Then we're going to do our math talk. We're going to solve some problems in a gallery walk. You're going to evaluate a student work sample, and then you're going to create your own word problems using multiplication and division of 3s and 4s. So I want you to quietly stand behind your desk and let's get moving. Okay, we're going to do slide punches with our 3s going up to 36 and then go in descending order. Ready? Begin. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 33, 30, 27, 24, 21, 18, 15, 12, 9, 6, 3, 0. Our math talk. Okay, who can remind us how we do our math talk? Because if you're a really good mathematician, you have a very strong math vocabulary. And you use your math vocabulary to help you solve problems, and you use your math vocabulary to help you to explain your thinking. So when we do our math talk, you work with a partner, and you each have a role. Who can tell us how we do that? Jada?
Everyone, one person has to talk, and then the other person has to show.
Okay, so one of you will be the talker or the explainer that tells what the word or the term means. Then the other person will be the person that shows or models the word. Okay, so I want you to quickly go to your spots. I'm also going to drop your manipulatives. And I want you to figure out who has the first birthday in the factor. Go. Factor.
Is 8. The numbers that you were multiplying. 2, 3. Yeah. Yeah. Those are factors. No, factors. Factors. They're the two numbers. They're the two numbers that are like the two numbers you multiply by, and then the answer is called a product.
Quotient. Quotient.
A division problem. 15. Problem. Good job. The answer to a division problem. The answer to a division problem is the quotient. Okay, and then what are these two numbers called? Are they the same name, or are they just
What is a quotient? What is a quotient, Addie? The answer to the division problem. Who can give me an example? Give me an example. Callie?
If you had 18 divided by 9 equals 2, 2 would be the quotient.
2 is the quotient. Very. Now that we've done our math talk, we're going to look at some problems that are related to multiplying and dividing by 3 and 4. But we're going to connect this to a social studies topic. And our social studies topic we're going to connect to is communities. Who can tell me the first thing that pops in your head when you hear the word community or communities? Landry Grace?
But a lot of people.
Okay, good. What do you think of, John Maddox?
People working together.
Okay. Some communities today, and then every problem you're going to work on your gallery walk has to do with communities also. But I want us to think about how we're connected to communities, and sometimes we're part of a big community, but within that big community, we're part of a smaller community. So I want you to look up here, and this is some interesting information about Louisiana communities, and I want you to think about how you're a part of these communities. It says a community is a group of people who work, live, or play together. Some of you said that when I asked you what a community was. There are over 4 million people who live in Louisiana. There are 64 parishes, and there's about 200 cities or towns in our state. Each parish and city or town is a community. About 45,000 people live in Lincoln Parish, and about 20,000 of those live in Ruston. The families that live in your neighborhood make up another community. The student enrollment at Louisiana Tech University is over 11,000. Louisiana Tech is another example of a community. Now listen to this, because this is very specific about our school. There are over 1,000 schools in Louisiana, and each school is a community. About 400 students attend AE Phillips. Here at AEP, we have our own community that works together to be a great school. Then we also have our classroom community. We have 34 students and 2 teachers in our classroom that make up our 3rd grade community. And we learn and work and play together also. So a lot of these things were things that you mentioned when we were talking about communities. And you're a part of Louisiana. You're part of Lincoln Parish. Some of you live in Ruston or Duboc or Shoedrink. But we have our own little AEP community, and then within our classroom we have our little 3rd grade community where you feel connected and you feel comfortable with each other, and we work together. So what I want you to do before we go to our gallery walk and look at some more problems about communities is I want you to set your paper up for a 6-station gallery walk.
Well, I looked at the thing, and there in the first number was 28 students. So right then I knew that it was going to be a division problem. And what I got was 28 divided by 4 equals 7 students. And how I felt about that problem was I felt happy about the problem.
What made you feel happy?
That there were 28, and they put this number, the big number, then the whole. Then they told you 4 equal groups instead of trying.
Yeah. Okay, good. And you felt confident in your answer?
It was pretty easy.
Okay, let's get ready to rotate and go over all 6 word problems of your gallery walk. I'm going to give you a student work sample. This is a problem that was created by a student about a community. And then the student solved his or her own math problem. Now, I want you to read it together. I want you to talk with your group about what the student included in the word problem. Then I want you to analyze or evaluate their work. So it's almost like you're taking the role of the teacher. You're seeing if the student wrote the word problem correctly. Did they use math vocabulary? Does it represent a multiplication or division word problem? Is it a single step word problem, or is it multi-step? I also want you to see if they answered the problem correctly. And if they didn't, as the teacher that you're taking on the role of, I want you to see if you can help that student.
No, that's not right. They didn't. Whoever worked they didn't earn twice the first day. Their goal was they needed to do 9, 18. Just count by 9. If they needed 100, they needed to get one more.
If
You may put marks on the sheet as needed.
there shouldn't just be
You need to make corrections or changes. You may write on that sheet.
What is
That right there is not the answer. So it said that they collected 9 toys the first day. The goal was 100.
If the goal was 100 and they had 9 toys on the first day, well, if they each had 9 toys.
What are y'all thinking about this problem?
Well, the thing about this problem, if everybody total brought 9 toys, you would have to divide 9 into how many groups?
But look, 3 clubs in the community working together to collect used toys. They each collected 9. So you have 3 clubs, and this club brought 9, this one brought 9, and this one brought 9.
So they collected 27 toys the first day.
So did the student choose the correct operation?
Yes, that one would not be correct because adding those would just make it.
Landry Grace, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking the same thing. Because I think
It says how many more toys do they need to meet their goal? So are y'all saying this is correct or incorrect?
no, that is incorrect.
So
and
that
that's
because
that one is way more. That's even more than their goal.
So what would you tell this student to do?
Erase that answer and put 30 times 9 and circle that one.
But there's 2 questions, so you should have 2 answers. How many more? How many
Wait, that was
toys?
for the first answer.
But how would you tell them to do the second one?
The second one, we would just count
he would
like
have to add 27
do 27 3 times, maybe.
But it says how many more toys do they need to meet their goal? What do you do when it says how many more? What operation are they asking you to
That's
do?
the operation
Instead of addition, what should they have done? Subtraction. So they should have done 100 minus the 27 that they already collected.
And put a minus.
So show what you would do for that student. The topic says, write a real world problem that can be solved by multiplication or division. Choose a real world topic. You might want to choose a community topic because that's kind of been our theme for the day. If you want to make it Christmas related, that's fine too since we're in the Christmas season. Choose an operation. You get to choose whether you want it to be multiplication or division. You may choose a single-step word problem, or you may write a multi-step word problem because there's lots of you that are capable of doing that. Y'all each are. So you can kind of stretch your thinking. Instead of it being a single-step word problem, it could be multi-step. Show the strategy used to solve the problem and include math or when you're doing Christmas shopping with your family. What are some things you can take away from this lesson today? Emma Jane?
Whenever we were learning about the community, maybe about division, how you can figure out if it's a division or a multiplication problem.
Good. Okay. What do you think, Landry Gray?
When we're going Christmas shopping, maybe we could use our 3s and 4s.
Okay. You can use your 3s and 4s, multiplication and division facts. Callie?
If you are delivering presents or doing a canned food drive, you could use a division problem to figure out how many you need to do.
Okay. And what are we taking part in right now? What are over there? We have a canned food drive going on right now. So we can use our multiplication division skills to help us figure out how many cans we have collected. And then we could even do like the word problem and figure out how many more we need to get to our goal of 100 so we get that movie and popcorn. Okay, as we exit today, I want you to choose one of these 3 things and I want you to write about it on your Post-it note. So you can tell me one thing you learned today, you can describe how you solved a problem, or you can tell me what connection you made today that made you have that aha moment, like, ooh, I got it, I finally got it. So I want you to write, just choose one, you do not have to do all 3. Choose one thing to leave me with so I can know what you learned today. Now tomorrow we will be using the word problems that you created in your groups and the word problems that you wrote in your math journals.